All right, you guys. So, what I want to talk about here today specifically is how I've been blessed enough to go from a college dropout to a business owner over the last 12 months. So, the story really starts when I was working as a personal trainer. I was being overworked and underpaid. And I really realized this when, let's say that I was working full time. So, I was working 40 hours a week and I would have over 40 sessions a week. So, the problem became I couldn't fit in all of my current clients because I didn't have enough time. So I went to the higher ups in my job and I was like, hey guys, I'm really passionate about helping people make results. I just don't have the resources or support I need to do this at the large scale that's demanded of me. But, I want to because I value these people and I value their health, I value their fitness. Um, so I made this big presentation actually for the gym that I was working at. Just to give you guys a little bit of context, I was actually working at a Planet Fitness, but I didn't know when I started working there at the time that was the world headquarters Planet Fitness. So I got lucky enough to meet with the board of directors to, kind of assess the situation and go over my needs. And long story short, I gave this presentation. I was like, hey guys, I have 40 hours in the week. Sometimes I have 50 clients. So obviously the problem is I'm being overworked there. And at the end, the main guy basically just said to me, he's like, that's great. Try to get 60 next week. And honestly, like, I couldn't believe it. I was kind of not heartbroken, but really just, like, I guess disgusted with the fact that, it was all about money to them and, whatever. It makes sense. That's their business model. But to me, I was there to help people get results. So that was a really big example for me of how important it could be for your values to line up. So what I realized at that point too was like, it was just such a dead end job for me personally. I didn't want to manage a Planet Fitness. I couldn't see myself being able to scale, my ability to help more people make fitness transformations anymore at that job because of that. So I gave my 2 weeks. Um, and for me, I really gave my 2 weeks because I just looked ahead and I didn't see myself, progressing in a career there. And I didn't want to waste the opportunities that I've been blessed enough to have throughout life. A little bit about my backstory. I was adopted from El Salvador at the age of 1 by the two most loving people I've ever come into contact with. They are my parents by all means, but I realized that I was given this chance, to succeed here in America, to make something of myself. I don't know anything about the reason that I was put up for adoption, so that really does drive me forward, does motivate me, to become successful for almost the unknown and the known of my parents right now. And when I came here, my mom was very sick as a young kid, so I really was given this kind of metaphorical bucket of the importance of health. I was taught that lesson very early on about the importance of health. So, really, what I did realize at this point is that I did want to keep working as a trainer or in fitness in some aspect because it filled that bucket for me. It made me feel good, working with people and having them come back to me and say that they're losing weight, they have the energy that they need to perform their daily tasks that are meaningful to them, and so on with that. So that was kind of filling my metaphorical bucket in that way. But also for me personally, one of my biggest motivations was the ability to potentially repay my loved ones someday for the hard work and sacrifices that they've made to bring me here, to get me here, to give me the opportunities that I've been blessed enough to have. So that was my motivation to leave that job. Now, luckily enough for me at the time, I was making videos in my room. I bought a computer, I had a blog, I was selling, $5 workout programs here and there, literally just falling in love with fitness, learning about it so I could educate my clients at work, help them make more progress, and see more progress for myself at the time too. So lucky enough, I was posting videos on Instagram at that time. I got a message from a guy named Zach Colburn. He changed my life. And how he did that was he messaged me on my fitness account where I was making those videos, and he just connected with me. He's like, hey man, I really enjoy your content. It looks like you're hardworking, XYZ, that type of stuff. And I didn't answer him at first. Honestly, I was following a fitness influencer at the time, and she shouted Zach out. It just happened to be his birthday. So I was like, oh my gosh, like obviously I've been following her for years at this point. I know that Zach's real now. So I checked my DMs, got in touch with Zach and his people, and basically he offered a mentorship where he helps in-person personal trainers become fitness coaches or fitness business owners. And at that point, I was all in. I was all in. I invested. I flew out to San Diego, literally saw people my age living this lifestyle that I didn't even know I craved so much, but I was able to, see it for myself. And I've just been, living that life, quote unquote, for the past 12 months. And it's just insane what can happen when you go all in, when you invest in yourself. And, without college too, I think that you don't need college whatsoever to be successful. In my current mentorship right now, shout out Lucas. He is learning to fly planes. He is getting the certifications needed. He is going to be a pilot. He is going to absolutely kill it in life. And I've just seen time and time and time again with my mentorship students that I'm working with now, that the confidence that you gain from making a fitness transformation is going to carry you forward and be that first step into that quote unquote successful life, guys. Just think about it like this. You're going to win the 50-50s when you walk into a room and people can see you're physically fit. We gravitate towards those people because you can tell they're hardworking. You can tell that they're putting in the work, putting in the time, willing to give that extra 1%. And as a result, that 1%, through the law of attraction, actually will find you. So my current mission is to mentor success-driven young adults to a quote unquote successful future by turning your passion into your profession, by using that fitness transformation as the gateway, as the fuel in order to enter that lifestyle of just falling in love with the process of making progress. So guys, I'm just so blessed to share this information with you, to be able to invite you to start a conversation with me. And if you're a success-driven young adult who is motivated and driven by the thought of being able to repay your own family, seeing visible progress in the gym, and making your passion into your profession so you can wake up every single day and serve the world in a way that you love while keeping those other things in mind, like being able to repay your families, guys, I would be blessed and honored to work with you.